Hi, this revision video is on fitness testing, and more specifically anaerobic power and muscular endurance. So we're going to look at the anaerobic power test first, which is the vertical jump test, when you basically just write down as much information as you possibly can about the test. Bit of a hint here with the picture, but good luck. Right, so the equipment that you need is a vertical jump board, or a gymnast chalk, basically to cover your hands in if you don't have a digital board. And here's the method. So essentially, you stand with your dominant hand, that's obviously whichever hand you write with normally, next to the board or the wall, feet together, reach as high as you possibly can, and essentially make a mark on the wall or the board at the highest point that you can reach. With only one dip, so you're only allowed to come down once. You dip your arms and your knees, then you jump as high as you possibly can, and make your mark at the highest point. You perform this 3 times. There's no need to take any rest. All you need to do is perform the test, measure the height, and then you're ready to perform the test again. The number you're actually after recording is the difference between where you reach to before you jump and where you actually jump to. So you're measuring the distance between those 2 marks. And you need to use another nomogram to work out the power output from your legs. So as you can see on this side, you've got how much you actually weigh, and then on this side you've got the distance between where you reached and the distance that you actually jumped to. You use it just like in the other way. When we were using the other testing method, you identify, so let's say I jumped 20, so I'd use the 20 there, and I'm 80 kilograms. I would draw a line between the two using a ruler in the exam, and then I'll be round about 75 if I drew a straight line properly. The information you then gain from this nomogram, you use in this table, and it's quite a simple table like all the others are, and I'll allow you to read that yourselves. Males, females are different. You've only got above average, average, and below average. It's quite a simple one. Right, moving on to the next test. It's the 1 minute press up test, and this is a test for muscular endurance. Pause the video, write down as much information as you possibly can again. So the equipment needed is access to an indoor space, an exercise mat, and a stopwatch. The method to actually perform it: position yourself on a mat with your hands shoulder width apart and arms fully extended. So in a basic press up position at the start. Next you would lower your body until your elbows are at 90 degrees. Then you would return to the starting position with arms fully extended again. You do this as many times as you possibly can in 1 minute, and that would be your score. Females may choose to use modified press-up technique, and this is essentially when you do press-ups from your knees rather than with your feet on the floor. This is the results table if you're doing full press-ups. So if you're doing normal press-ups, not the modified one. We've got excellent, good, average, poor, males, females, and then obviously they work down in the table. And then you've got, if you're doing the modified ones, excellent, good, average, fair, poor. Just thought I'd make a note now. You don't necessarily have to remember these tables. You don't have to learn these tables. But you do need to know how to actually use them. So they might ask you to identify on the table where somebody's performance is. But you don't actually have to memorise what excellent is or anything like that. Right, moving on to the last test, muscular endurance now, again, and it is the 1 minute sit-up test. Again, pause the video, see how much information you can get down about that test. The equipment that you need, exactly the same equipment as the 1 minute press-up test. So it's access to indoor sports hall, exercise mat and a stopwatch. And the technique is, the method, sorry, is very similar. Line a mat with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor with arms folded across your body. Raise yourself up to 90 degrees position, then return to the floor. Your feet may be held by a partner if you wish, and then essentially you record the number of sit-ups you perform in 1 minute. Here's the table. It's just one table for this one, but there are quite a lot of levels, and as you can see, the actual amount of sit-ups that you do in between the levels is quite a small amount. So if you do a few more, you can jump up the levels quite quickly. Right, not a huge amount of information in this video, but there is a lot worth learning, so make sure you know all of it, please. Apply the information from the generic fitness testing video to these tests. Make sure you can do that before you go into your exam, and then obviously make sure you complete all of the revision videos and understand all the information from them. Good luck.